Terry Labonte, his worst qualifying spot of the year. Dale Earnhardt starts 5th. Jeff Gordon starts 16th. A lot of interesting stories in today's running of the Jiffy Lube 300. Everybody's on their feet yelling and screaming, and here we go, the start of the Jiffy Lube 300. Dick Trickle got a great start. Dale Jarrett dropped back just a bit going towards turn number 1.
Eli, what they have to be careful of right now, there is some dust out there. Anytime in the first couple of laps, you have to be very careful. Here they go into turn 3. You can almost see it boiling up behind the cars there. There's a little bit of dust. You have to be extremely careful the first couple of laps.
First lap, they come to the stripe. It'll be Ricky Craven who leads. 7th different race he has led this year. Middle of the pack, 3 wide, scrambling to the front as Bobby Hamilton takes the lead now in the corner.
Eli, this is also the kind of track, because it doesn't have very much banking at all, or it's really what we call flat in the corners. You're not going to see a lot of side-by-side racing through the corners. It's mostly going to be the drivers need to get down low in the corners. That's why brakes are so important, and then drag racing down the straightaway.
So Kyle trying to force his way through there in 3rd spot as Bobby Hamilton leads lap number 2. There's Kyle in the Coors Light entry. Earnhardt right behind him. This is the first time Bobby Hamilton has led here at Loudon. First time that team has led here at Loudon over the years. Uh-oh, spins Dale Jarrett. Joe Nemechek. They'll spin midway down the back straightaway. Caution is on the racetrack. Dale Jarrett and Joe Nemechek will spin. Caution will fly at lap number 3 of 300, and Bobby Hamilton leads. Let's see exactly what happens.
See Jarrett there in the 88 on the outside, Robert Presley. You see Jarrett getting back in the throttle right there. Looks like the car dances a little bit. Here comes Jeff Gordon into the left rear corner, touches him. That sets him to spinning.
And Nemechek spins it himself to avoid Dale Jarrett, is the way I read that there. Looked as though he had Dale right in the crosshairs. Oh, we have gone back to green. You're in time to see the restart here in Loudon, New Hampshire. Jeff Gordon already up to 11th spot, and it's single file this time. While you were gone, Dale Jarrett pitted. So did Joe Nemechek, Jeremy Mayfield, Bill Elliott, Johnny Benson. They made pit stops along with Greg Sachs. Glenn, how much of a significant problem now for either Nemechek or your brother?
Nemechek looked to be okay. They changed 4 tires. He had no sheet metal damage. Dale Jarrett took a pretty severe hit in the left front. They also changed 4 tires, and the first thing they wanted to do was to look at that left front wheel to see if it had been hit, to see if it knocked the toe in out. They think that it's okay. The wheel did not take a hit. Dale radioed back in that the 33 car, Robert Presley, had pitched him off a little bit, and he had to turn down the racetrack. It broke the car loose when Gordon got into it.
Let's stay with Bobby Hamilton and Dale Earnhardt for just a second and see if there's a change coming here, because Earnhardt was starting to rumble there seconds ago.
Well, they both better get going, because Ernie Irvan has moved in 2 or 3 times and run right up on the back bumper of Earnhardt. That's the fastest car out there.
Now that's Randy McDonald in the Diamond Rio sponsored entry, just ahead of the leaders. He was pushing out some water earlier. We had talked about he might be in the early stages of an overheating problem on that car. Let's see how the leaders deal with him. Oh, trouble. John Andretti in turn 3 and 4.
Oh, John's into the wall very hard, Eli. As you can see, the damage left rear quarter panel there.
Let's see what happens.
Looks like Rick Mast is right on his back bumper there. They made a little contact getting in the corner. And at that particular part of the racetrack, it don't take very much at all.
Now, I was going to comment by how hard we saw him hitting the wall there, that I bet this happened entering the corner, because you got to remember, this is a mile flat track, but at the same time, at the end of the straightaways, these cars are going over 150 miles an hour. That means John just hit the wall close to 150 miles an hour. That's why you see that extensive damage.
All right, let's cover the pit stops for you. Lap number 29. First stop for all of the lead machines. This comes, I would think, in just a perfect time for some of these fellas.
I think so, too. We're about lap number 30, so this will give them a chance to see exactly how their car's handling. I'm sure there'll be a lot of chassis adjustments this time again, because there wasn't any practice yesterday with the rain.
Jeff Bodine doesn't pit, but Randy Pemberton is watching those who are.
I certainly am. The 41 car pitted. It's 4 tires for Randy Craven. He's a little tight, cannot get out of the pits. Got to back it up, throws it reverse. Everybody goes by on pit road. Tough break for Craven.
Boy, oh boy, tough break there. It's so very tight, even though this is a plenty long and comfortable pit lane. Jeff Gordon will come out in second spot behind the new race leader. So for some, it was an outstanding stop. We're back to green.
I think some of those guys probably took on 2 tires to get that good a track position.
Good scramble off the number 2 corner. Again, you've got Jeff Bodine without new tires. Jeff Gordon with fresh Goodyears. Rusty Wallace is on the move as we watch the battle for the lead right there. Oh, and Earnhardt gets shoved out of the groove. The Exide machine. Jeff Burton was right there. And here comes Ernie Irvan. He won't let Dale in. Rusty won't. Oh, a little touch there between Bodine and Gordon. We just saw a puff of smoke as those 2 cars got together.
Well, you could see what happened there. Gordon thought he had the inside line there. He jumped up beside Jeff Bodine there, and he just cut over just a little bit to get a good run off the corner, and they touched. No harm there.
No harm. Just a little touch.
Restarts are an adventure.
You guys, come on. Look at Bobby Hamilton here coming up beside Mark Martin.
Remember, Bobby was the race leader until the pit stops when he came in at lap number 30, or at least 29, with all of the other leaders. We are back at New Hampshire. Pit stops for everybody, although Morgan Shepherd, I'm not quite sure if he has brakes on his race car. He had a little problem getting the Remington Arms machine woed down. Here's why we're under caution. While we were away for a few moments, Derek Cope's problems began to really explode upon him. Green is in the air, and the restart at lap number 75. Now remember, a number of teams did not pit, including Presley, the leader. 16 in second spot, Ted Musgrave. He didn't pit, nor did Ward Burton, nor did Jeff Gordon. Everybody waiting while Musgrave takes a peek for the lead. Derek Cope is done for the day. Engine failure, the word. 3rd in a row for the Badcock team. 7th DNF of the season. And now Musgrave wants the lead. He's got it. So Ted Musgrave will take over the lead for only the 2nd time this year. He led 1 lap at North Wilkesboro back in April of '96, and now today he has not led since.
That sounds incredible.
Doesn't it,
because
though?
he runs so well most of the time, and to think that this is just the 2nd time.
There goes Rusty Wallace in the 2, Dale Earnhardt the 3. They've got Randy McDonald in the 78, Bobby Hill in the 77 to deal with. Strickland in the 8, Ernie Irvan the 28, all trying to pick their way through and work back to the front. Again, you see a mixture here because some guys pitted again and some did not. Glenn Jarrett, how significant is a tire change here? That sounds silly, I know, but it looks as though on the clock it's not that big of a deal today for some reason.
No, you're absolutely right, Eli, and it's not silly at all. What's happening is that on this green racetrack, new tires, sticker tires, are a little bit too tight. They work too well, and the guys are kind of rolling the dice and saying, hey, we're going to stay on the tires that have got 25, 30 laps on them because they're just as quick on the clock as the new sticker tires, and so they're going to take track position over getting new rubber. You don't see that very often in Winston Cup racing, but that's definitely the case here today.
And most everybody is on the lead lap. From 2nd to 3rd spot now, behind Jeff Gordon, back to 3rd place. You've got 1 6/10 seconds. From 3rd to 4th, it is 7 seconds of a spread. Randy, we see you down there in the Skoll pit. What's their strategy right now?
It all looks good right now for them, Eli, but the last time they pitted was on lap 55 as Jeff Gordon goes underneath to take the lead. The 33 car has got a little bit of a tire problem. They're going to have to pit by lap 134 for gas and tires. Now, how many tires will they take on pit road? I believe they're only going to try and take 2 because if they have to do it, they're going to have to do it under green. Tough break for these guys. Still running well as Gordon goes to the front.
Ted Musgrave and Joe Nemechek battling as well right around him. And a whopper of a problem for Joe Nemechek.
You know, how many times have we seen that today, you guys?
Oh, my, he's sitting in a bad spot.
It just takes a little bit of a tap getting in or in the middle on that left rear, and around they go, and it's hard into the wall.
Caution for the 8th time, lap 199. There's Larry McReynolds. down there on Ernie Irvan's team. What are we talking fuel-wise here, guys?
They can go about 70 to 80 laps, depending on who you ask. That's why Jeff Gordon, Ernie Irvan, Ricky Rudd, Dale Jarrett, Bill Elliott, Rusty Wallace, none of those guys came in this time because they're still not in the window of pitting now and making it all the way. They would fall about 20 to 25 laps short, so they got to stay out there.
98 laps to go. Green is in the air. Here we go. Jeff Gordon, then Ernie, then Ricky Rudd. We talked about him earlier. The closer to 4 o'clock you get, closer to the front Ricky Rudd gets here. And you've got Dale Jarrett, 2 Robert Yates entries there in the top 4.
You have Morgan Shepherd running there in the 75 car in second place on track position, but he's a few laps down with some problems with his car. You see Ernie Irvan holding back just a little bit.
Right,
as they start. Oh, Ernie got sideways off the corner there.
Morgan's in 29th spot. Dick Trickle did get back on the lead lap prior to that caution of moments ago. Something's wrong with Gordon. Something's wrong with Jeff Gordon. Not to cut you off, Glenn, but something is wrong with the DuPont Chevy. He went into the corner, and all of a sudden, something happened. Whether it's an ignition problem or an engine problem, who knows? But that quickly, the complexion of this day has changed. There's your new leader. Ernie Irvan takes over the lead at lap 238.
Eli, whatever it is, he went on the pit road where you come down out of the groove. You can see he's way away from the racing surface. He's coming to the pits. It's something he can't fix.
And there you see the one man's poison is another man's passion, the glee in the Ernie Irvan pit area. Here comes Jeff Gordon now, as you see, just slowly coming down the pit lane. Ooh, there's a heartbreaker. Ernie Irvan now. He'll be making his stop to the attention of Larry McReynolds and the crew. Back to Randy.
Well, you called it right, Chad. They short pitted the car. They wanted to get a couple of fresh laps or fresh tire laps out of that for the 2 car. Ernie Irvan brings the Haviland Ford to a stop. Norm Kutsamichu with the gas can. The first can is in. It's going to be right side tires. Nice job cleaning the grill. Here goes the second can. Norm shakes his head. We got enough. Down and away. Joey Knuckles nearly clipped on pit road. Great stop.
Here comes Dale Jarrett. So the other of the Robert Yates entries, the Ford Quality Care entry, is in. Lap 245. Glenn, here comes your brother.
Right side tires only, and however much gas they feel they need. I'm watching the gas can right now. They're going to put a little bit of the second one in. They still got time. The car's up, he's down and away. It's going to be close.
The final 21 laps now to unfold here in New Hampshire as the number 28 with Ernie Irvan at the wheel showing the way. Dale Jarrett is running in the second spot. Just think back to about 1:15 this afternoon when the first caution of the day, that backstretch spin, involved Dale Jarrett and Joe Nemechek. Dale's now very much back in the picture, but he's about 4 seconds behind Ernie Irvan. And there you see the last time Ernie Irvan won. Sears Point International Raceway in May of '94, his 12th career victory. The 2018 hasn't won since Pocono last July. Randy, I bet the tension down there, you can cut it with a knife.
Eli, they had talked to the 21 team. The spotters had conferred, said Ernie would like to just ride behind you as you see him mixing it up, going into turn 1 and coming off a 2. But that was a close call right there. But the tensions are definitely high. These guys getting ready to celebrate, and deservedly so. It's almost over for Ernie Irvan.
Around Kyle Petty, Musgrave and Michael Waltrip ahead of him.
I just karate chopped Chad over here.
I saw that.
I was watching him go into 3 over there, and Ernie got on the outside. Scared me pretty bad.
Just ahead of Ernie there moments ago. That's where the karate chop came.
I'm all right there, guys.
They'll be coming to the white flag. Ernie Irvan trying to become the 7th different driver to win here in 1996.
Eli, there's about 110,000 people that are on their feet right now cheering Ernie Irvan on.
Well, if you don't have goosebumps on your legs and arms now, you don't have feelings, is all I can tell you.
taking it easy now. He's got a 6-second lead. Since Sears Point in May of '94, and near life-threatening injuries since, Ernie Irvan battled back. He's now a quarter mile from capping off that comeback. The fans going wild. Ernie Irvan, he's back in victory lane. And look at the celebration in the Texaco Haviland pit area. Randy, we see you right there in the middle of it, man. He's looking on, watching the celebration.
We've got Larry McReynolds here. If I can get my cameraman to turn around for the celebration. Larry McReynolds, congratulations. A long wait over for you, this race team, and that driver who's a great one, Ernie Irvan.
I mean, I don't know what to even really say. This is a long way from that hospital in Michigan back in August '94, and we knew we had it. I mean, what a great day for Robert Yates Racing, 1-2, and man, how about Ernie?
The team's really worked real hard. We struggled at the beginning of the year. Some my fault, some theirs. It's just part of it, you know. And it's amazing that we made it back to victory lane. And, you know, Daytona was great, but this is where it's all about, the Winston Cup.